Most of us are losing fights before we even open our mouths. In the first 3 seconds of a conflict, your body has already decided whether you're going to explode, shut down, or run. And no communication script on earth can stop it once it's already in motion. That's the meeting you blew up in and still can't explain why. The partner you went cold on for 3 days over something you can't even remember choosing to do. 3 seconds and you're paying for it for the rest of the week. Today I'm showing you exactly what's happening inside your body during those 3 seconds and giving you one move you can use to interrupt it before your reaction writes a check your relationship has to cash. Let's get into it. Here's what almost nobody explains about those 3 seconds. There are two roads a sound, a look, or a tone can travel through your brain. One road runs up your prefrontal cortex, your reasoning brain. Think of it as a wise mentor in your head. Smart, measured, full of good advice, but slow to wake up in the morning. The other road runs straight to your amygdala. And if the prefrontal cortex is the wise mentor, the amygdala is the overprotective bodyguard standing right next to him. Twitchy, fast, convinced every loud noise is an attack. Its only job is threat detection. Act now, sort out the details later. Neuroscientist Dr. Joseph Ledoux mapped this second pathway and called it the low road, because that's exactly what it is. A shortcut that skips the wise mentor entirely and goes straight to the bodyguard. And the bodyguard wins every time. Not because you're undisciplined, because that's literally the job he was hired for, to get you out from in front of a car, away from a predator, before the mentors even finish his first sentence. Dr. Stephen Porges calls this entire process neuroception, your nervous system's ability to detect safety or danger completely below conscious thought. It's not a feeling you can talk yourself out of. It's a scan running constantly on every person in your life every day, and it never waits for your permission before it acts. This is exactly why Just Calm Down has never worked on anyone mid-conflict. You cannot reason with the bodyguard who's already got his arm out in front of the mentor. In that window, your prefrontal cortex isn't being stubborn. It's functionally still asleep. You weren't lacking willpower in that meeting. You were exactly on schedule biologically. Because the scan happens so fast, your body has developed a go-to shield to protect you the second it senses danger. I call these Sentry Archetypes, and there are 6 of them. So watch closely over the next few minutes because I bet you'll recognize at least one of these in yourself before I finish describing it. The armored. Spine straightens, jaw sets, words go clipped and surgical. From the outside, it can look like control, even confidence. From the inside, it's a brace for impact that hasn't happened yet. The Appeaser. Sure, no problem. Honestly, it's fine. Said instantly while the stomach drops and the shoulders pull inward at the same exact moment. And that's not agreement. That's a nervous system that's learned somewhere along the way that keeping the peace was safer than asking for what it actually needed. The Seeker. Reaching for reassurance, for a reply, for some proof a connection is still intact. Sometimes before there is any real evidence it isn't. Not insecurity, a nervous system trying to settle an alarm that can't quite locate the source of. If you saw yourself in one of those 3, drop which one in the comments. I genuinely read all of them and it tells me which pattern to go deeper on in the future. If you haven't seen yourself in those first 3, pay close attention to these next ones because they look very different on the outside. The bunker goes quiet, not stubborn, not cold, genuinely offline. Words get short, the energy leaves the room before the person physically does. A dorsal shutdown protecting against an overwhelm it doesn't have another exit for. The hollow, a deep version of that same shutdown, flatter, further away, almost numb. From the outside, it can look like indifference. It's the opposite. It's a nervous system that runs out of other options. The storm, and the reverse entirely. Voice rising, words coming fast, and the whole room suddenly feels like weather. It's like a dam breaking. There's just too much energy built up and it has to go somewhere. That's a sympathetic flood discharging the threat signal it doesn't have a quieter way to release. 6 different bodies, 6 different jobs, every single one of them doing the exact same thing underneath, trying to protect you from something that once was genuinely dangerous to feel. None of this is a character flaw. It's muscle memory, built the same way a pianist's hands find the keys without conscious thought after enough practice. Your nervous system has practiced this for years, maybe decades. That's not a flaw. That's mastery of the wrong skill at exactly the wrong moment. Comment below with the one that hit the hardest. Armored, Appeaser, Seeker, Bunker, Hollow, Storm. I'll be reading every single one. Here's what you'll actually do with all of this starting today. Your thoughts move too slowly to reach the scene in time. The fastest interrupt points are your eyes and your jaw because both are wired directly to the vagus nerve. Think of it as your body's internal brake pedal. The system whose entire job is to tell the rest of you, stand down, we're safe. First move, your eyes. The second you feel the lock, your jaw, your chest, your stomach, whatever your signature is, soften your gaze and widen it. Stop staring directly at the source of the threat and let your peripheral vision open toward the edges of the room. Without turning your head, this tells your nervous system that you are not, in fact, cornered. Second move, your jaw. Let it hang open just slightly. No drama required. Nobody needs to see this. Just enough so that your back teeth come apart. Exhale slowly while you do it. Longer than you inhaled. Eyes wide, jaw loose, long exhale. That's the whole gap. It takes less time to do it than it took me to explain it. And the fastest route I know back for a thinking brain that can actually choose its next move, instead of a body running an old script on autopilot. Here's what I want you to actually sit with. You spent years calling this a character problem, a patience problem, a communication problem. It was never that. It was your body doing exactly what it learned to do, faster than your mind could ever weigh in. And once you know which pattern is yours, armored, Appeaser, Seeker, Bunker, Hollow, or Storm, you stop fighting yourself in the dark. I built a free assessment that maps exactly this. It's called the Relational Nervous System Quiz, and in about 5 minutes, it tells you which Sentry Archetype is running your first 3 seconds and why. You will find it in mind-fusion.com/quiz. The link is right below. And remember, you're not broken, you're not too much, and you are not too little. You're a nervous system that learned to survive something, and you can teach it something new. Welcome to the regulation era, and I'll see you Thursday.